Hello everyone, this is New Bedford's CHP, that's Crazy Half Portuguese, Mr. Eric Lima over here. You're watching another video episode from my pilot mini-series in which I am filling in between the recently completed EML-77 TV and into next year's WEML-TV channel 77. This is the Bridge Up episode number, I believe 37, if I'm correct on that. Yes, I am. Number 37. What's going on, everybody? I do apologize for not uploading videos for quite a while. There were some circumstances involving my family that I'm not going to get into right now that is preventing me, because I want to be careful what I post on any of my social media feeds. I got to be very, very careful of how I do things. All I know is just keep me and my family in your prayers, and I believe we're going to be okay. It's one of those strange circumstances. It's 2020 and it's 2020. A lot of things have happened as of late, and this recent development has really put most of our plans on hold. And the reason why I'm home in this snowstorm is because due to those circumstances. I'm not going to get into any details. Anybody attempts to guess what it is, I'm going to have to delete their comments. I don't want anybody. I'll just let you know that I let my bosses know. Everybody know. My bosses know what's up, so they understand. They know already is that I don't want to. I just don't want to put any fear in anybody. So let's just say this: I'm going to take the proper precautions, and I'm going to be okay. I just don't want to talk about it on here or any other social media feeds. I want to be positive. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to, I believe that everything's going to be all right. If it happens. But it's that the timing of everything that's been happening, it's been really awful. And it's, you're talking about basically we're 1 week from tomorrow, Christmas time, and and it's just real. It's going to be really, really tough. So I'm hoping to bounce back from all this, and just when you think it has been really tough. So I'm just hoping that everything will be all right and everything else. So I'll be fine. Like I said, it's been a really weird situation to say the least, and you know, and I'll be okay. I'll be all right. And a lot of the stuff because of let's just say this: I was mentally prepared. I was prepared. I prepared myself for the snowstorm and everything else. But circumstances happen. That changes plans. That's the way it is. So what can I do? It's just basically I'm not going to get into any details or anything like that. Don't guess. Please don't speculate. I'm going to delete the comment if you do. So I don't want anybody being scared or anything like that. I will be fine, and I'm just gonna try to keep positive. I'm gonna try to keep positive for the rest of the year. It's been one tough year, and I don't know. It is getting frustrating. That's for sure. So so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a little catch up here because once my new channel hits, I am not going to call the recaps recaps. I'm going to call them the roundups, and like the Raw ThunderDome roundup, the NXT roundup, the SmackDown 205 roundup. I'm going to round everything up, and then you got TLC coming this Sunday on pay-per-view. So this is the final Raw before TLC. Raw ThunderDome. The Dirt Sheet kicked it off when Miz and Morrison did and AJ Styles decided to do a reenactment of what's going to enactment of what's going to happen at TLC. Since it is Christmas time, so they decided the nightmare before TLC. Sheamus thought came out, interrupted the whole thing, confronts AJ Styles. They had their match, and AJ Styles did win. And the Hurt Business bullies some random dude once again. Poured milk all over him, and then Sarah Schreiber interviewed, and then Matt Riddle talked to the New Day and Jeff Hardy, and so Matt Riddle was in the corner of Jeff Hardy and the New Day. He took on Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and Cedric Alexander of the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business did win the matchup despite Riddle giving them moral support and everything else. And Lana was talking to Asuka before her match against Nia Jax. Asuka's giving her the confidence. And it will be Lana went one-on-one with Nia Jax. It was a hard-fought matchup. Nia Jax dominated the match most of the time, but Lana used her intuition and outsmarted Nia Jax. And Lana did beat Nia Jax, but unfortunately it came at a price. Shayna Baszler attacked Asuka. Nia Jax attacks Lana. Baszler hurt Lana. Asuka finally came to Lana's aid. And now Lana has been taken out of the women's tag team title match at TLC this Sunday. Will not be medically cleared to compete. So Asuka will have to find a partner. Who could that partner be? We will find out. I will talk more on that when I do my picks and predictions for TLC. Elias has a bodyguard, so to speak, now. Jackson Riker. Now, we all saw the Forgotten Cutler and Blake on SmackDown as the Knights of the Lone Wolf. And it's like Jackson Riker is now going to be the bodyguard for Elias. So that's going to be... Because Elias was getting sick and tired of being interrupted. But R-Truth, the 24/7 champion, interrupts him. He apologizes and all that. I'll do that. So... Anyways, then the Lucha House Party, Drew Gulak, Akira Tozawa, and Eric of the Viking Raiders were chasing down R-Truth for the 24/7 title. R-Truth is in the ring. And then Jackson Riker got a hold of Metalik and Tozawa. And military pressed him, so allowing R-Truth to escape. And Keith Lee did talk with Miz and Morrison before their matchup. Keith Lee did a coin toss, and it's a heads, I called it. And then it was a weird situation. The matchup was Keith Lee held his own against Miz and Morrison, but Miz and Morrison's experience ended up being the difference maker in the matchup, with Miz and Morrison picking up the victory. And then the field trip with the Firefly Funhouse crew, which consists of Mercy the Buzzard, Rambling Rabbit, and Huskus the Pig Boy, came out, cut a promo on Randy Orton. Randy Orton interrupts Bray Wyatt, and then and then Randy Orton interrupts Wyatt, says, "Come find me." So it's, oh, goody, a game of hide and seek. Bray Wyatt's a little out there, let me tell you. And Ricochet went one-on-one with Mace, and as Mustafa Ali is trying to recruit Ricochet into Retribution, but Mace, thanks to head interference from Slapjack and T-Bar, ended up picking up the victory. And then they had a poach match where it all ends when you join Retribution. So, and Matt Riddle was talking to Bray Wyatt, and he goes, "I have your people call my people," and talking to Rambling Rabbit. Now, this is hilarious. It's oh, look at this. You remind me of a Baby Yoda. I'm going to call you Baby Broda. I'm like, oh, boy. He goes, "Oh, I have a bunny named Skipper. Do you think you signed his carrot?" I'm like, what? Matt Riddle is just hilarious. I like Matt Riddle. He's just hilarious. Bro. Dana Brooke went one-on-one with Shayna Baszler until Nia Jax got involved. Dana Brooke won by DQ, and then they both attacked Dana Brooke, and then Mandy Rose attacked with a kendo stick. And then then Nia Jax blindsided Mandy Rose, grabbed the candlestick, but then Asuka went up against, attacked both Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So the sexy muscle friends, as Asuka calls them, and Asuka herself, and stood strong in that one. So will Asuka choose one of those ladies to be? Or now I can speculate. Let me speculate on this right now, okay? I'm going to think it's Charlotte Flair, and I'll tell you why. Nia Jax took out Charlotte Flair and injured her. I believe Charlotte Flair owes Nia a receipt, and I'm sure. But then again, I think the championship partnership will, if Asuka and Charlotte Flair win the tag team titles, they're going to hold on to the belts for a while until Charlotte Flair betrays Asuka and goes after the Raw Women's Championship. I got a hunch that might happen, too. A lot of possibilities can come out. So I'm thinking it's Charlotte, but I'm not so sure. But it could be Io Shirai or Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley has some, Rhea Ripley makes sense because Rhea Ripley has some history with Shayna Baszler or something. But Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax would be a heck of a matchup as well. You know what? Rhea Ripley. That'll be my next segment on. I'm going to add the women's division to this one. My WFW thoughts, Rhea Ripley. I want to see what your thoughts on that. And I'm sure Von Baskin might be thinking, Rhea Ripley could be, Right now, Rhea Ripley's locked in a feud with Raquel Gonzalez over on NXT. And I will explain more on that one. So lots of possibilities who Asuka's partner could be. I will talk more about that on the PTW Wrestling Predictions episode of TLC. Um, Meanwhile, Archer was talking to Huskus the Pig Boy, and then Wyatt talks the truth and says, uh, this is, yeah, what did I tell you about talking to strangers? Listen to your father. What? Is your son, is he? He goes, hide and seek, right? And then he goes, what a lovely family. I'm like, Archer's out there, man. I thought, well. And then Wyatt was looking for Orton. Orton blindsides Wyatt. He locks him. Orton did lock Wyatt in some kind of chest and burns the thing. I'm like, oh boy. Reminds me of what they did to The Undertaker. But when he opened up the burnt casket, Undertaker was in there. But this is the crazy part. The Fiend emerges from that burnt chest and attacked Orton with the mandible claw. I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy. But, Von Baskin brought up something, and that's another WFW thoughts I can go with this one. Karrion Kross. Who would like to see Karrion Kross face? Karrion Kross versus Wyatt. Interesting. So Von Baskin's giving me some good ideas. I like this. Some great ideas. So I will talk more. That'll be... Yeah, that's what I'll do on my next WFW thoughts. 2 NXT superstars, Rhea Ripley and Karrion Kross. Vaughn, thank you very much for that. Von Baskin, give him a follow on his YouTube, man. He's got a lot of cool stuff. Old school. He's an old school kind of guy like me. And you got MVP versus Riddle, but then Riddle picked up the victory, but Lashley stormed the ring, but Riddle escaped this time around. And then it ended with the WWE Championship Ascension Ceremony. And then AJ Styles was talking trash to McIntyre, and then Miz Morrison blindsides McIntyre, and then AJ Styles climbs up and takes the title too. So that is an interesting situation, to say the least. All right, so episode 37 of the Raw recap. Like I said, once the new channel starts, it'll be known as the Raw ThunderDome Roundup. The first Raw in the Tropicana Field Thunderdome. Critically acclaimed award-winning Thunderdome. So on the next episode, episode 38, I'll be doing last night's NXT roundup. So on NXT recap. All right. So that's all the time we have. I'll see you guys later. God bless, and keep me and my family in your prayers. Or if you don't believe in prayer, but positive vibes, appreciate that too. Everything will be okay. I believe it. It's like I said, circumstances happen. It's 2020. Things happen, but I don't want to discuss it on here for safety reasons, of course. You got to be very careful and be respectful, okay? See you guys later. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless.